Now, so far in 2022, we haven't seen the most exciting drops to happen in the sneaker world. However, we are starting to see bits trickle in throughout the year, and I've picked up a brand new release by Nike, which is the Nike Air Trainer 1, which I've got to be honest, I've never heard of before. So yeah, let's take a look at this drop. Okay, so we're not going to waste any time today. We're just going to get started with the review of these Nike Air Trainer 1s, which are right here. Now, in terms of the box, I don't know if this is normal for a Nike Air Trainer 1 box, but it is black in nature and it's got a kind of glossy Nike logo on the front and on the sides. Okay, wow. These are the brand new Nike Air Trainer 1s right here. Okay, so before we get into the details of this sneaker, or should we say trainer, it's worth noting that these released at the beginning of February 2022 here in the UK and had a retail price of £134.95. If you look on places like StockX and GOAT right now, you'll see these between £110, £125 depending on the sizes. So there's not really much in the way of resale opportunity for these shoes, but that's not what we're talking about today. We just want to have a look at this shoe. So my first thoughts on these sneakers, and I have to be honest and put my hand on my heart and say, I've never seen an Air Trainer 1 silhouette before. If I have, I've walked past it and I'm not given it a second glance because it's not interested me until now, because I actually really like the colorway and the design of this shoe. Now, I did a bit of research on this sneaker and this isn't a new silhouette by any stretch at all. Actually released in 1987, so it's been around a long time. However, I really, again, like I said, haven't paid any attention to it at all until now. Now, if you read the blurb on the Nike website, you'll see this being described as a cross trainer, which is a mix between mountain trials and sports like tennis and basketball, which you can kind of get if you look at this. It does kind of look like a hiking boot, but then there's also some sports elements about it. So they've definitely blended two different types of activities into one silhouette. Now, what's also quite interesting is that these Nike Air Trainer 1s are going to be releasing thick and fast over the next couple of months. I think there's about 4 or 5 different colorways, and there's a collab with Travis Scott with this silhouette. So if anything, these Air Trainer 1s are going to be much more popular than ever before in 2022. Like, just in terms of design, it just looks very odd. It's like something you would get on like an action figure or a toy. Just the colors, the materials that are being used throughout it, it's just strange. But it's not strange in a bad way. I just think that it's a strange looking shoe. And, you know, if you're not used to something, it takes a bit of time to get used to it. And I think the main thing is you've got a buckle on it. Like, you've got a buckle on your shoe. I don't know why you have that there, but it's there, and you know, it's different and I kind of dig it. Okay, so let's go through this sneaker in detail then, starting with the outsole, which you can see is in this gray color. It has a nice little Nike detail towards the heel in a kind of peach color, like that. Nice piece of detail there. Moving to the midsole, you've got a combination of this yellow towards the heel and the kind of gray towards the front, which is kind of more sort of mountaineering, mountain traily kind of vibe to it, kind of like a hiking boot. Then when you reach the upper is where all the craziness definitely starts to happen. The first thing you really notice is the fact that it's got a big buckle on it. It's got one of these buckles you get on belts, on bags. It's just a plastic buckle, which does actually control some of the tightness around the top of the shoe. So there is some practicality to that design feature too, which I quite like. Then what's really interesting on the side of the shoe is that you have this transparent rainbow plastic, which is behind the Nike swoosh and on the inside of the shoe right there. It's kind of the color you have on a Flywing when you look through it in sunlight. It's kind of got lots of different shades to it, lots of different colors, and it actually changes in the kind of angle that you look in the shoe. So a really interesting detail with the shoe, completely out of place, but kind of works with this design. Now, another aspect of this design I really like is the fact that it's got a lot of 3M running all the way throughout this design. So everything you see that's in gray on this colorway is actually 3M. It's all reflective. So in certain lights that will light up incredibly well, and yeah, it brings another dimension to the shoe. Now in terms of sizing and fit with these sneakers, I would recommend going true to size. I went for a UK 9, which is my normal sizing for Dunks and Air Jordan 1s, and this fits perfectly. The only thing I would say is that it's a little bit tight on top, but you can adjust it using the strap and the laces obviously. So yeah, that's what I would recommend going for. In terms of style and design with this sneaker, I actually really like the way this looks. I can see me wearing this as an everyday beater for sure. You know what, if it gets dirty, muddy or wet or anything like that, it's just going to add a bit more character to the shoe. So I think this is going to work really well as an everyday wearer. You know what, when people see this shoe on feet, they're probably going to think it's a kid's shoe in an adult size, but I really couldn't care less because this is a good, decent, all-round sneaker, and I'm happy Nike have released it. So on that note, that's it from me today. I've been Matt Rideout. This has been Kingsdown Roots. If you've enjoyed my video, please drop me a comment and a like down below. Really does mean the world to me. You can also follow me on Instagram up here. I post a lot of content on there too. Thanks very much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.